Hello my dear students, pause the video, you can do the calculation and check if the answer is right. But the question is related to which colligative property? Now it is similar to the first one which we solved. So I hope you have understood this problem. Hello my dear students, welcome back to the last session on the chapter Solutions. Last class we had learnt about osmotic pressure, Van 't Hoff's factor I, as well as we solved two numericals. Today's class I am going to solve more numericals. So it is better that you have a book and a pen as well as your calculator with you all, so that you can solve the problems along with me. Whenever you have a doubt or if you need some time, pause the video, you can do the calculation and check if the answer is right. Okay? So, we'll see the first numerical. So, we have the first problem. I shall read the question for you all. Vapor pressure of pure benzene at certain temperature is 0.850 bar. A non-volatile, non-electrolyte solid weighing 0.5 grams was added to 39.0 grams of benzene and the molar mass of benzene is given. Vapor pressure of the solution then is 0.845 bar. So what is the molar mass of the solid substance? So here, what is it? They are asking you to find out the molar mass, okay, molar mass of the solid substance, that is about the solute. But the question is related to which colligative property? We have got vapor pressure. So it is related to relative lowering of vapor pressure. So we know the formula. We need to calculate the molecular mass of the solute. We'll see what and all is given for us in this particular question. First one is they have given the vapor pressure of pure benzene, that is P10 is equal to 0.850 bar. Okay. Then they have given a non-volatile, non-electrolyte solid. So that is solute W2. 2 subscript we use for solute, 1 we use for solvent. Okay. So W2 is 0.5 grams. Okay. Then it is added to benzene. So W1 is 39.0 grams. Molecular mass of benzene is given, that is a solvent. So M1 is equal to 78 gram per mole. I have not written the unit, anyways I will write it. We are supposed to calculate the molecular mass of the solute, and last thing what they have given is vapor pressure of the solution. So P1 is equal to 0.845 bar. Okay. So the formula for this is P10 minus P1 by P10 is equal to W2 by M2 into M1 by W1. So we need to calculate M2. I'll take it on the other side and I'll rearrange the equation. So it will become M2 is equal to W2 by W1 into M1 into this. I'll take it on the numerator. So P10 by P10 minus P1. Okay. I shall do the substitution. W2 is 0.5 into M1 is 78 into P1 naught is 0.85 divided by W1 is 39 into 0.85 minus 0.845. So if I solve this, I will be getting it as 33.15 divided by 0.195, which is equal to 170 gram per mole. So this is the molecular mass of the solute. Okay. So I hope you understood how to solve this. Next question. 5.8 grams of non-volatile solute was dissolved in 100 grams of carbon disulfide. Molar mass of carbon disulfide is given. The vapor pressure of the solution was found to be 190 millimeter of mercury. Calculate the molecular mass of the solute. The vapor pressure of the pure carbon disulfide is 195 millimeter of mercury. Now it is similar to the first one which we solved. So I'll write what and all is given in the question. So 5.8 grams of non-volatile solute. So W2 is 5.8 grams. Also you need to calculate molecular mass of the solute. W1, that is carbon disulfide, is 100 grams, correct? Molecular mass of carbon disulfide is 76. Vapor pressure of the solution, so it is P1 is given, that is 190 millimeter of mercury, whereas vapor pressure of pure carbon disulfide is 195 millimeter of mercury. Okay, so we have to use the formula just like the one which we had used in the previous problem. I shall write the formula, show the substitution and give you the answer. For your exams, 1 mark is given to write the formula, 1 mark to show the correct substitution, and 1 more mark for the last answer with the correct unit. Okay, so it is usually a 3-mark problem which can be asked. Okay, I'll write the formula for you all. Directly I'll write M2 is equal to W2 by W1 into M1 into P1 naught by P1 naught minus P1. W2 is 5.8 into M1 is 76 into P1 naught is 195 divided by W1 is 100 into 195 minus 190. Okay, so I will get this as 500 and here it is 85956, which answer is 171.9 gram per mole. So this is the answer which you are going to get. Okay, so we'll see the next question. 18 grams of glucose, C6H12O6, formula of glucose, is dissolved in 1 kg of water in a saucepan. At what temperature will water boil at 1013 bar? Kb for water is 0.52 Kelvin kg per mole. So what is given here is Kb. Okay, that means it is related to elevation of boiling point. So you need to know the formula for elevation of boiling point and we'll see whatever is given here. Okay, first thing they have given 18 grams of glucose. So molecular mass of solute we know, that is W2 is 18 grams. Then dissolved in 1 kg of water. So W1 is 1 kg, that is equal to 1000 grams. Okay, at what temperature water will boil? So the pressure they have given, we don't need the pressure but we need to find the temperature at which the water will boil. Okay, Kb is given, that is 0.52 Kelvin kg per mole. Okay, so here I'll write the formula for you all. Delta Tb is equal to Kb into W2 by W1 into 1000 by M2. Okay, so molecular mass I am supposed to find out. For glucose it is C6H12O6. So I shall write here C6H12O6. So it will be 6 into 12 plus 12 plus 6 into 16, which if I calculate, I'll get it as 180. Okay, so I'll just substitute the values now. KB is 0.52, W2 is 18, W1 is 1000 into 1000 divided by 180. So if I calculate this, I will get it as 0.052, that is delta TB. Correct? What is delta TB? It is TB minus TB naught. So delta TB is equal to TB minus TB naught. We know the boiling point of water, that is 100 degrees Celsius. Correct? Boiling point of water TB naught is 100 degrees Celsius. So I have to convert into Kelvin. So TB naught will be equal to 100 plus 273.15, that is 373.15 Kelvin. Okay. Delta TB, I know the value. I have already got 0.052. So can I find out TB? Yes, I have to keep TB on one side. It is delta TB plus TB naught. So it will be 0.052 plus 373.15. So the answer will be 373.202 Kelvin. So that is the boiling point of the solution. Is it clear? So I hope you have understood this problem. We'll go to the next one. Next question. The boiling point of benzene is 353.23 Kelvin when 1.80 grams of non-volatile solute was dissolved in 90 grams of benzene. The boiling point was raised to 354.11 Kelvin. Calculate the molar mass of the solute. Kb for the benzene is 2.53 Kelvin. So what is given? Boiling point of benzene is given, and then they have given boiling point of the solution. So boiling point of benzene is 353.23 and TB, that is after adding the solute, it is 354.11. This is both in Kelvin they have given, so we don't have to convert here, it's already given. W2 is 1.80 grams, that is the mass of non-volatile solute. So that is given. Mass of benzene where it is dissolved also it's given, it is 90 grams. So we are supposed to find out M2, molecular mass of the solute. So it's the same formula, but then we have to rearrange the formula. It is given as delta TB is equal to W2 by W1 into Kb into 1000 divided by M2. Okay. Now rearrange that. I'll get it as M2 is equal to W2 by W1 into Kb into 1000 divided by delta TB. Now delta TB I don't have directly, I need to find out. So I shall write here delta TB is equal to TB minus TB naught. So TB is 354.11 minus 353.23. Okay. So I'll get the value as 0.88. Correct? Okay. Now I'll substitute the remaining. W2 is 1.80 into Kb value is 2.53 into 1000 divided by W1 is 90 into 0.88. If I solve this, I'll get the answer as 58 gram per mole. Okay. So we'll see the next question. 45 grams of ethylene glycol is mixed with 600 grams of water. Calculate a freezing point depression and B, freezing point of the solution. So we'll see what is given to us. Kf value is given. Then we have ethylene glycol mass, that is W2 is equal to 45 grams and mixed with 600 grams of water. So W1 is 600 grams. Okay. That's all is given. I am supposed to calculate delta TF and TF. Okay. I'll write the formula for you all. That is delta TF is equal to W2 by W1 into KF into 1000 by M2. Okay. So I want to calculate delta TF. Molecular mass I don't know. So molecular mass M2 is equal to, it's ethylene glycol. It is C2H6O2. So molecular mass will be 12 into 2 plus 6 plus 2 into 16, which will be equal to 62. Okay, so molecular mass is 62. We'll substitute the other values. It's 45 divided by 600 into Kf value is 1.86 into 1000 divided by molecular mass is 62. So delta TF will be 2.25 Kelvin. It is 2.25 Kelvin. Now, first part of the question we got. The next, the freezing point of solution. Now, delta TF is equal to TF naught minus TF. Okay. What is the freezing point of water? It is 273.15, that is 0 degrees Celsius. Do you all agree? So this is TF naught. Okay. So delta TF I know TF naught. Can I find it TF? Yes, of course. So TF is equal to TF naught minus delta TF. So TF naught is 273.15 minus 2.25, which will be equal to 270.9 Kelvin. So this is the freezing point of the solution. Okay. Next question, that is 1 gram of a non-volatile solute dissolved in 50 grams of benzene lowered the freezing point of benzene by 0.40 Kelvin. The freezing point depression constant of benzene is 5.12 kg Kelvin per mole. Find the molar mass of solute. So again, you have to find the molar mass of the solute. So what is given? W2 mass of solute is 1 gram. Okay. Then benzene is the solvent. The mass is 50 grams. Okay. They have already given you delta TF. See, it is lowered by 0.40 Kelvin. So you don't have to find out delta TF. It is directly given. The freezing point depression constant, that is Kf is equal to 5.12 Kelvin kg per mole is given. I have to supposed to find out molecular mass of the solute. Okay, same formula, but molecular mass I have to take it on the other side. So I'll directly write for molecular mass. M2 is equal to W2 by W1 into Kf into 1000 by delta TF. So what is W2? It is 1, W1 is 50, Kf is 5.12 into 1000 divided by delta TF is 0.40. Okay. So if you solve this, you will get the answer as 256 gram per mole. So that is the answer. I hope you have understood this problem. Next class, I'll be starting with a new chapter, haloalkanes and haloarenes. This is the first chapter in your organic chemistry. So see you next class. Thank you, my dear children. Stay tuned, stay focused.